Welcome to Kyle Ave, presented by AgNox. As always, my name is Tom Ag, and I'm joined by AgJack, Shrek, and Cowdog Clay. We got a hell of a show for you planned today. Let's jump into it immediately. It's Bama fucking hate week. Right off the bat, a lot of vibes, a lot of channels saying that we're gonna win this game. Just everybody calm down, calm down. Let's not overthink this. This is not Louisiana Monroe. Like, everybody stop picking us. Chill the fuck out. I think we're going to win. Don't hate on me, but everybody chill out.
No need to chill out. Things are looking up for us this week. Bama struggling more than they usually do. I mean, we'll get to the game. We'll talk about it more in depth soon, but I'm super excited for this game, and I think all of the hype is rightful to this point.
All of the hype, bro, especially because it's also Locktober. Clay, if you could, for the listeners, explain what Locktober is.
It's where you get locked up.
Go on.
It's hard to get into details. There's a lot to it. But if you get on Twitter or just search it on Google, put it on your work computer, especially if you sit in a cubicle. Maybe if you sit in an open concept kind of office space, get on your computer, get on Google, get on your Twitter, make sure it's linked up to your work email. Type in Locktober. Hashtag Locktober, Locktober guide. There's a whole lot to it. It's fun to participate in. I saw Missouri football participates in Locktober. They put it on their Twitter page. It's great. It's a fun way to kick off the season.
But what is it? Or like what is it if you click on like a link, bro?
It's a lot of stuff, man. Like it's really interesting, but you're really you get locked in physically and mentally.
So I'm so happy that we have a friend that's an active, passionate practicer of Locktober, because I wouldn't have known about it otherwise. But thank you, Clay, for bringing this tradition to our podcast. Every October, I'm looking forward to celebrating you and all the others that partake.
Well, AgJack, you participated last year, and you told me it changed your life.
Well, I definitely participated until I was like 19 years old. Purposely or not.
Oh, God.
Moving on. All right. Before we jump into everything, is there anything about Arkansas that we wanted to touch on just to kind of cover it before we get into the main show?
What a beautiful way of them just getting absolutely shit on, man. It felt like we left a lot of points on the board, but there was a lot of fuck you moments too that just felt right, man. The Nias punt return, the defense taking it to the house, this 46 sacks that we got. It was a beautiful, beautiful game.
Yep, have to agree. We talked a lot about it on the post game, so we're not going to dive too deep now. But fantastic showing from the Aggies. I just finished watching the Pulse. It was still pretty hype. Felt dominant on defense the whole way through. Max Johnson played a really good game. Jake Johnson and Max Johnson's relationship is unstoppable if you watch the Pulse this week. Jake Johnson looks like he could be a legitimate tight end. He looks pretty talented, kind of in the McCaffrey mold of pigmentation versus talent on the scale.
I'm just saying that the Johnson's dad is absolutely yoked. Like, I don't know if y'all saw him on TV. His arms
Everybody
are big.
saw him on TV. They showed him like 20 times.
Bro, that dude's yoked. Like,
he won a Super Bowl, right?
The epitome of game manager, bro, but champion.
Tom, you knew that, right?
No, dude, I don't pay attention to
that. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Where's Billy? Where's Billy to tell this man that he does not know ball? I'm gonna have to call in.
I bet Billy didn't know that either. Billy didn't know that all of the Sanders that were playing for Colorado were Dion's kids.
Billy, football for this podcast. He had never watched it before. So he's all new to the game.
Billy's out on his way to London. Shout out to Billy. He's going to the Bills-Jaguars game, which is pretty lit. First time in London. Have a good time, Billy. But yeah, Brad Johnson, Super Bowl champion, was like
Oh,
Joe
okay,
Flacco
okay.
before
Sorry. I didn't know his first name, honestly. Brad Johnson. I know who that is. Don't know much about him. I know he was a good quarterback.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm getting
You just thought
Clemson
he was.
college-
That's
You
a
just thought he
lie.
was casual. You just thought he was casually sitting next to Jason Witten in Cowboy Stadium.
I mean, Jason Witten's not that famous, bro. Like,
Dude,
Clemson,
Jason,
go some guy from the neighborhood and just invite him up to his personal suite. Ask Barkley. I'm sure he lives in Old East Dallas or Frisco.
This just reminds me of last year when you walked back Clemson from the Final Four. Oh wait, no, I said Clemson.
Classic.
Okay,
But
I did not. I will be honest. I didn't know Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl, but I know of Brad Johnson. How about that? Like,
Yeah. Well,
You can
Baker
put-
Mayfield.
Yeah, well, let's walk past this one, guys. Let's keep it going.
All right.
We'll give Tom Mag the benefit of the doubt here.
Last thing on that game, which I didn't realize, I don't think either of us realized in the post game. We hadn't talked about this at all. But Arkansas did not have a penalty called on them the entire game after being one of the most penalized teams in the SEC leading up to that point. That felt crazy. It felt like on top of all the other questionable stuff that happened during the game, like the phantom fumble recovery and some of the other things, the refs were not on our side. So hopefully maybe luck will flip this week. We'll see. All
Hey,
right,
they got a really picture with Jerry Jones. I like that. That's a tradition now, where Jerry has to pretend to smile after his hogs get beat. It's going on a decade.
it's not the only time Jerry's pretending to smile when his hogs get beat. Okay, let's go into War Room. War Room this week, guys, is going to be the best places to pee, the best places to take a piss, the best places to drain the lizard, drain the main vein. Who's starting us off?
I'll take one for the squad here, man.
All right, so Triquito, you ran away with the War Room last week with the number one pick, or yeah, you were the number one pick last week.
Actually, I won't take the one pick again, bro. Let me give y'all some slack here, man. Y'all go for it.
All right, fair enough. Cowdog, lead us off.
I'm gonna say the yard.
That's a good one.
classic. That is a classic pick. I don't know if it's 1-1, bro. That's a classic.
But for us, for dudes, I mean, that's a top 10 or that's a top P right there.
Dude,
Come
you
on.
remember back in college? Sorry, go ahead.
No, you just come home after work, let the dog out in the backyard, then just fucking let it rip.
You remember back in college when you just like wake up in the morning at Kyle and just walk out to the back porch and just go off to the side and take a piss? It was like a morning ritual.
Yeah,
That's like multi-house.
we absolutely wrecked that backyard with the amount of times we would pee around the side. Just right off the deck.
Dude, that's at least like a gallon and a half more. I don't know how much. Somebody looked that up, how much you piss like per time, but that's like a gallon and a half of piss every morning and night.
Oh yeah, we fed that yard.
And you're really good at knowing about piss, man.
Big piss advocates out here, man.
All right, let's go.
Like right off the right off the dome.
All right, Shrek, you're down to number 2. Go ahead.
Down to number 2, I think I'm gonna go the finding an alley outside of a bar piss. You know, you're a little too hammered. You can't really find a bathroom right away. You got to let it out, and you just find the darkest corner you can get. The sigh of relief from that piss, that's just a beautiful piss right there, man.
I don't think a lot of these are going to end up being contentious, actually, because they're all just very relieving and relatable. I don't know. Tom, what do you got?
I'm gonna go the snow. I feel like
Ooh.
pissing in the snow it's kind of like a delicacy. It's only come, once or twice a year, and that's like, I mean, down in Austin, it never comes, but up in Dallas once, twice a year, you piss in the snow, spell your name. That's vintage childhood piss.
I like that.
Good. It's a good pick.
High quality piss right there. Hey, down in the valley, I've only seen snow one time in my entire fucking 30 years of life, dude. So
That's tragic.
one
you-
snow piss, baby.
No? Wait, so you actually did piss in the snow?
Yeah, I was like 12. I remember. Had to do it.
You've remembered that for 18 years. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Core memory delicacy, piss in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you piss in the snow, it's not like pissing in the toilet because it's always some level of yellow, some hue of yellow. So it always makes you feel like you're dehydrated, but you're always like creating a pathway and then it melts it down. It's perfect. All right. I'm gonna be up. I'm gonna say road trip pit stop when you really have to pee, like pulling up to a Buc-ee's, walking in, you just really gotta piss, and then you just like find the porta potty, unzip and unload, and it's just like one of the best feelings.
You did not just say Buc-ee's and porta potty in the same sentence, bro.
I was about to say, Buc-ee's, you got like 40 doors to pick from, bro. It's like Monsters Inc. up in that bitch, dude.
I will say the girls' line is never short, bro. I don't know what's going on with that. There's so many bathrooms, they still have a line.
Girls pee more. Just straight fact. Like,
All right, well, let's talk about that. Why do you think that girls pee more?
there's always more of them in line to go to the bathroom. Like everywhere.
I think it just takes them longer, so it's like the toilets have like less of a capacity. Like
We are-
the throughput time is shorter or it's longer.
Put out a poll. Let's ask the listeners.
Let's ask our 4 female listeners what they think.
Do girls pee more than guys? Yes. Send it in.
I think they're gonna have pretty strong opinions on that. All right, moving on to the second choice here. Man, this is tough because I could go a number of ways with this one. But I think I'm gonna pander here. Peeing on ice at the Dixie Chicken, which it's pretty close to snow, but it's a little more specific.
That's such a pander pick, bro. It's just for votes, dude.
Yeah, honestly, I respect the pander, but I just did that when I was there this weekend, and it was pretty fun, dude. You pick a nice little corner of the bucket urinal, see the ice mountain drop down. It was a quality piss, I must say.
And the combination of being like pretty drunk and walking in there and then realizing that, oh yeah, there's like ice to pee on everywhere, it just makes it a little bit more fun. All right, we're back up to Tom.
I'm gonna go with off a balcony.
Ooh.
Something
Where are you
powerful
picking up a
about that.
balcony?
Dude, that's just powerful. You piss off a balcony. I don't know. I don't appreciate pissing off like the 50th floor balcony. More of a second floor guy to where I can hear the thump. But it's still an elite feeling regardless.
Hey, back in the day, I used to live in the Woodlands in College Station at the apartment. So whoever my downstairs neighbors were, I feel bad for them because balcony pisses were definitely elite.
That's aggressive, guys. Like you were pissing off the balcony with people living below you.
Well, yeah, but it was like 3 a.m, bro. You're not doing this in the middle of the day. We're not complete savages, bro. We're underground savages.
I feel like Clay probably did that shit.
You got to be worried, especially in College Station with Little Wiener PD, about peeing off the balcony at 3 a.m. with neighbors below you.
For real.
All right, back to Shrek.
I'm gonna be a little controversial with this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and just admit it, bro. Pissing in the pool, dog. Not even gotten to think about it. You just keep on drinking, casually act like, hey, it's a little warm in here. Was it me? Who knows, bro? Maybe the temperature just changed, man. Just keep drinking your beer.
So was everyone told when they were a kid that if you peed in the pool, it would turn purple? There would be like purple dye.
Yeah, I was told blue, but I tested it and it didn't happen. So
It was true.
I mean, I wonder if that actually happened to anyone. They were just mortified. They were just like surrounded by a cloud, inky water. Like, no. All right, Cowdog, finish us off, baby.
Gonna pick another easy pick. I'm just gonna say the bathroom at your respected home.
Oh my.
One you use every day. That's a good pick. It's your most common toilet. You can even pee in that thing with the seat down. You're not lifting it up. You got Amy. You know it too well.
hey, Cowdog, I don't want to get to the listener questions just yet, but is it true that you sit when you pee?
Ooh. Everyone does now and then. Come on now.
You're not supposed to.
I just want to throw honorable mention shower piss, bro. That one, nice little honorable mention right there.
Yeah, I had some other honorable mentions: movie theaters, porta potty while tailgating, stadium peas, and then also while golfing in the woods.
Nice little nature piss. Yeah. Gotta get that in there.
Yeah, you're like hiding between holes, like your neck, like your buddies are on the tee box, and you're just trying to make sure they don't see your little wiener.
Yeah,
And
you're like 3 trees deep in the woods, not deep enough to where like you can get lost, but like you're deep enough to where you're confident to whip it out.
yes, yeah, just make sure the cart girl, the marshal's not coming by. It's a whole thing. So, all right, good war room, boys. Next up, we got Shrek. Spent his weekend. I think. Well, you can tell us about everything you did this weekend in College Station and who you ran into.
Oh yeah, man, it was a great time. I went up for ring weekend. My wife's nephew got his ring. Did horrible, by the way. I love the kid, but God, dude, he did not put on. He was just vomiting, drinking, vomiting, like simultaneously. It was a whole spectacle. But hey, PSA for all of our listeners out there: if you haven't stayed at the A&M Hotel on game day weekends, I know it's like $500-600, so it might not be worth it then unless you're willing to dish it out. But on a regular weekend, even this weekend, ring weekend, it was like $200. That place was elite, bro. Waking up to the view of Kyle Field was amazing.
Damn, bro, that's some straight 1% type speak.
I stayed there one time, and it's pretty cool. It's definitely pretty cool. Staying there on an off weekend must have been different though for you. Actually, I think I was there on an off weekend too. I think I was there like in the summer.
Dude, it was dope because the first time we went, my wife was pregnant, so we really couldn't like experience it the way it was supposed to. But this time, since we were staying on campus, like we walked to Northgate, stopped at the Dry Bean, did a Dr. Pepper shootout at Chimmy's, went to the chicken, and then I made a little quick stop at none other than Johnny Manziel's Money Bar, as we saw from the tweet last week. And it was definitely just a normal Northgate bar, but he was definitely a G, man. Just nice, genuine person. The lights were on, but there was no music, so I peeked my head in there. My wife's like, just go up. I'm like, all right. So I peek my head in, and I see the obviously blonde, big tit bartenders, nothing but that across the board. Like, oh, are y'all not open yet? And they're like, oh, no, not yet. And then I turn to the left. I see the money box, and I see Johnny right there. And I'm just trying to, keep it chilling, like not be a fangirl. And I was just like, oh, how'd y'all's first night go? And he was just like, oh, man, we were just trying to figure it out, honestly. But why don't you come back in about an hour and I'll get you for a drink if I see you in here.
Damn.
And I was like, yeah, bro, that's cool. So then obviously I had to ask for a picture. Dude was super nice about it. Elite experience, genuine person, walked us back down the stairs. We had a little conversation, and I mean, got it all going.
That's badass. So you think the bar was just pretty much like standard? There wasn't anything special about it?
I mean, to be fair, I didn't get to see the final product because there was like I mean, they had like all the lights and couches and chill areas. There was the money box that was under construction, which I feel is going to be the big reach thing. But I mean, it looked pretty dope. But I wouldn't say it was anything crazy. You know, respect to Johnny though. I'm sure it's going to pop off.
Oh yeah, that place will be packed regardless, just because he's attached to it, even if it was bad.
It's one of those things where it's like people are going to just think he might show up and they'll be like, oh, Johnny might be there tonight, bro. So it's just always going to be full. But that's a pretty badass story. We got that cool video. Johnny Manziel himself shouting out AgJack with our boy Shrek. Doesn't get better than that. So with that, I think we're gonna move into buckets of the week. Last week, or so when I was gone, you guys wouldn't let me make my picks. I would have gone 2-0, but everyone just managed to somehow fall further behind me because you all suck at gambling. Shrek, 1-3, Tom 1-4, Billy Big Shot 0-5. He's 0-5. I thought he knew ball. What happened? And then Cowdog, you actually won this week. Or actually, no, you didn't win. Sorry.
No.
But you're 3-3. I'm still 3-1. I'm chilling. So does anyone want to come forth with their shitty pick first?
Mm.
No? You
Me.
All right. Well,
Right, what-
I'll go off and do my whole thing then. So I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to Twitter or all the stuff that I've been doing. Everything that Billy clowned, and now he's like asking me for picks. He's begging me for picks because he's down bad. He's on food stamps. We have been killing it. We have been absolutely murdering it this season. On the picks that I've released on my Twitter through my method, I've gone 29, 13, and 1 on the season. I think I have unlocked something here. A trend within the trend. So we do FTP. I found another trend. I'm not going to talk about it out loud, but let's just say that trend on Saturdays when there's not an injury report right before the game, it's won 100% of the time. If you take every game into effect, it's probably won like 87% of the time. Insane clip. Guess who meets the criteria for that clip this week? The motherfucking Texas A&M Aggies against Alabama, baby.
Yeah.
It's a layup, but I can't take them in buckets. I cannot take them in buckets. So this week in buckets, I will be taking Buffalo +3. Buffalo +3. The Buffs.
What are they? They're the Buffalo Bulls, right? Isn't that what they are?
Probably. I don't know. I just do what the computers tell me.
Yeah, bro. Big numbers guy. I respect it, man. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the heart and keep my losing trend going. I think that Haynes King has our revenge game for us. I'm taking Georgia Tech +21.5 against Miami. I think 3 touchdowns is too much. I think Haynes is going to flash something, and I think he'll cover that. You know, they're definitely going to lose, but 21's a lot, as Colorado showed against USC.
That's a Haynes King bet, baby.
Damn right. Who's up next?
Notre Dame -6.5 over Louisville.
Woo!
Don't say it any more excited now, Tom. Say it with your cojones there.
Bro, I wanted to take Miami to cover 21 against Georgia Tech.
Hey, we'll take it, bro. You don't got it. You could be the complete opposite side. Let's hear the counterpoint.
No, bro, I gotta take something different now.
I mean, I don't know, man. It would be kind of cool to fade Shrek there.
Yeah, I mean,
no, I'm taking that. Van Dyne will absolutely dominate Haynes. That is, dude. There's a reason why the line looks like that. I'm hammering that all day. Miami over Georgia Tech 21.5.
So you're taking that instead of Notre Dame?
Yeah.
All right. We got battling picks. This is what we like to see, baby.
Can I get a 6-pack of craft beer in honor of shit boy Kyle Umling in that? That's the gentleman's bet there. You want to bet that one on there for the viewers, Tom?
Sure.
Some Pint House electric jellyfish.
Ooh, there you go. The bet within the bet, baby.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Billy wanted us to read his picks. Billy's taking, psych, never mind. On to Cowdog.
That's what vacation gets you around here.
Yeah.
The interns listening to this right here, or potential interns, just remember that.
Yeah. Billy. Give me Kentucky plus 15 against the Georgia Bulldogs.
Ooh, don't love that. Don't love that, Clay. Clay only takes SEC games. Let's keep that going.
Yeah.
Hey,
I also hate that pick, bro. This is a Georgia show out game, no doubt.
Wexy, you please put some glasses on and hit Cloud Dog with the, well, according to the numbers, you see, if you reach the FTP.
So Georgia is in FTP this week. However, it's not as strong. It's not in the subset of the FTPs. So it's more of like a 56% than it is like an 85%. So we're okay with it. That's fine. Georgia almost lost this week. That was interesting.
Georgia's been interesting all year. I'm just like, maybe they'll keep it up. Why not? Reach.
Don't forget our overarching season prediction for A&M was 9-3, losing to Georgia in the SEC championship, winning a Cotton Bowl. So I don't know. Well, we'll see. Things are still tracking. Also, don't forget for buckets, the season-long bet for us was that last place would have to do one whole week of outfits of the day on our TikTok, or a daily routine. So I just can't wait to see what Billy's going to wear.
Are we doing that based off percentages, or how's that working out?
I'm assuming it'll be percentages considering the vacation tax, but we'll talk about it when we get closer.
Bet.
All right, that's going to bring us to Cringe Fest of the week. I know we had a Cringe Fest this week. Did anyone want to start us off?
Yeah, I'll start it off with fuck sidelines Texas A&M. That account, God, man, it's just hard to read some of those things sometimes, man. I mean, overall, it's not a bad account. They're pretty informative. They usually stay on par. But some of their takes as of late has been just complete wildness. So at the end of the day, we all know I'll go ahead and let AgJack introduce the official topic of Cringe Fest of the week.
Okay, so I'll kind of explain what Shrek is talking about here. So account sideline ags or whatever they are, they kind of led the charge on this. Our Cringe Fest of the week is all of these people that have been getting together on social media, mostly Old Army, and we kind of established this podcast as a little bit anti-Old Army, not completely anti-Old Army, but a little anti-Old Army. We're definitely more anti-pedo than Old Army, but a little anti-Old Army. And all these people have gotten together online and have started to say things about this week, saying, when the song comes on at the stadium, everyone better hum along. Everybody better know the what is it? Not the lyrics, but the harmony. What
The chant. They're calling it the chants.
The chant. So they got to know the intro song basically, and they got to hum along. They got to do the whole thing, the melody. And if they don't, then they're 2%ers. So a lot of people came out of the woodwork saying this. That kind of pissed us off over at AgNox. Not going to lie. We had kind of extensive conversations about this, which is why we decided on, what was it, Tuesday morning? On Tuesday morning, we decided to start a petition to bring back Powers, the intro song to Kyle Field for Texas A&M home football games. To this point, that petition has received 837 signatures, as well as donations for promotion of over $30, which none of that money goes to us. That just goes to, I guess, through change.org to promote and get more signatures. But people are passionate about this. It's been kind of crazy to see the reaction. Does anyone else have anything to say about this?
Yeah, no. Power was a top 5 college walkout. Everybody knows it. The whole Kanye being Kanye and doing what he did thing, like, let's be honest, Texas A&M went woke, and the walkout song now is like, it's broke, bro. It sucks. Like, any fan that's traveling to town that is not a student, we don't have time to learn that shit, bro. Like, in Power, everybody's into even the away fans are into that shit. The whole stadium is bumping. Like, that's the whole point of a walkout. It sets the tone for the entire evening, the entire morning, the entire afternoon, whatever it is. Sets the tone. That's what it's for. Get the fans hype. No, fans do not play 12th man. Tradition, whatever. You know what else is a tradition? Fucking Power is the walkout song, bro. That's all I'm saying.
You think it's one of those things where it's like you don't know what you have until it's gone, and they pulled Power when it was maybe it lost a little bit of steam, and now that it's gone and we have a worse song in place, everyone's like, well, Power was fucking awesome. That was the greatest like 5 minutes of my life every weekend. So, I mean, look, we made this petition in mind. Remember, I am of the Jewish heritage and faith. Billy Big Shot is at least halfway there, and we support this. All the stuff that, yeah, exactly. All the stuff that Kanye said was driven by his bipolar madness, and I don't think it's real driven anti-Semitism. I just think he's a crazy person saying crazy things, and you can't hold these like CTE people, the things that they say against them, honestly. Just kind of put them in a box and let them do whatever they need to do.
I mean, all the rational people or all the rational Aggies on Twitter are understanding, like, hey, man, we rolled the dice with original content and it fucking missed, dude. Like, I mean, that is what it is. You didn't, you look at all the big walkouts, they go with historic chants, Metallica, Kanye West, like something insanely notable. And we tried to do something different and it missed, bro. It flopped. It's fine. Let's move on. We don't got to do our part and not be a 2%er and learn it, because if not, it's going to throw everything off. You got to call it out when you see it, man, which is the mantra of Agnox.
Yeah, we did get some pretty lame replies in that regard. Did you see that one guy who said it was a choice, but a bad choice? Almost like way. Like, that was like, I hope it's a joke, because it seems, I can't tell.
He was saying that it was a bad choice that we tagged Kanye, which
yeah.
Maybe it was, but it was also part of the humor of
It's
the
for
whole
cloud. Who cares? Like, stop being a weenie. Like,
yeah, I mean, let's be real. Let's call this what it was. It was an Agnox PR stunt, and thank you guys for participating. But the only way to actually make a change and have this addressed is if we got 100,000 signatures. So
in 30 days, what I will say, do not fucking kill this yet. You need 500 signatures the first day. We got that, bro.
Absolutely.
Our shit is eligible for 30 days to get 100,000. I'm just saying, if marketed, we could do it.
That's one Aggie football home game, baby. That's all we need.
Exactly. No, we had a really good time with this petition. I think that it got some conversations started online, and it was an honor for Agnox to be at the center of the conversation during Bama week and to piss off a bunch of old Ags off. And I don't know. We kind of did what we wanted to do, man. We stirred shit up, and now we're on to Bama. Now people are excited for Bama, and I don't know. I think it's time for us to get into it as well.
Let's fucking go.
Bama week, baby.
Well, hey, man, I'll get right into it, dude. The important thing is, all these statistics and all that. Vegas knows, bro, and this line has been squeezing, dude. It is squeezing, and it's getting pretty close to a fucking coin flip. I think it's 1.5 Alabama right now.
What did it open at?
I want to say it was 4.5. It was either 3.5 or 4.5. So I mean that's notable movement for that early in the week. So I mean at the end of the day, that's what you want to see, man. And not that Vegas knows everything, but they kind of do. So I'm definitely loving our chances this week. And fuck Nick Saban once again.
This is big. This is where having all the 5 stars and having the insane D line these last couple weeks, 8 sacks and 7 sacks is going to come into play. They go in and, bro, they sack Milrow 5 times, we're winning the game.
Well, yeah, the Milrow thing. I know we talked about that in the post game. So we've got 3 matchups in a row with this very similar quarterbacks, right? There's maybe a little bit different running styles across the board, but still mobile quarterbacks who probably aren't going to throw it as much. They asked Jimbo this in his press conference today, I think, and he was like, well, I'm not going to tell you what our game plan is, but we did stop KJ Jefferson. So I think that's in our favor. Our defense played really well against this exact type of quarterback. And this is an offense that has struggled all season long with Milrow, without Milrow. So I like how it's lining up. I will say that.
Dude, the one I was listening to, it may have been Josh Pate last night, talk about really the only way to beat our defense is going to be over the top. Deep shots to their receivers because Bama's loaded on receiver. Dude, not many teams are going to be able to do that, especially against A&M. And the sack totals tell the whole story. Milrow is going to be running for his life. If we can make that happen, we're going to win the game. Offense just needs to be average, as usual.
Hey, man, all this is assuming that the battle of the line of scrimmage is still being prioritized. So I feel like that was the important thing this week. And, I mean, the way Turner and Walter Nolan and all these guys are stepping up and just balling out, I have no worry that we can do that on defense, but that offensive line got to show up to play, man. So they can give it right back.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'd like to see Evan Stewart show up big this game, just like his freshman year. Y'all remember that insane catch he caught on the sideline late in the game?
yes.
Dude, him getting into the game is going to be huge, keeping the crowd in the game. Every time he touches the ball, the crowd goes nuts. No, I don't think he's overrated or anything like that. If we use him correctly, dude, the crowd's going to be in the whole game. If we're hitting sacks and everything like that, oh my God, it's going to be a field day. It's going to be fun to watch, bro. It is going to be fun to watch, and I'm talking myself up. I'm ready to be hurt, bro. It's plus 1.5. I'm ready for that fucking final second field goal to lose 29-28. I'm fucking ready for it, bro. I don't care.
Take it back to Evan Stewart. In the post game, at the time, we did not know that Evan Stewart had been taken to concussion protocol when Billy and Tom were making fun of him for his tummy hurting. So just gonna put that out there that Evan Stewart was potentially concussed and was after making an incredible catch and getting targeted and having no flags thrown. So great player.
Hey man, sometimes you don't have all the information, you still got to report on it, dude. Don't hate me, hate the game.
I don't hate you. I do hate the game. I'm going to continue hating the game. Let's get into scoring predictions here. I'm going to take Alabama to win this game 33-10.
Love that. Love that for you. For the listeners, AgJack is undefeated when taking the other team.
A&M is undefeated when AgJack takes the other team, yes.
Knock on some.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, I got my bold prediction. I thought you had a comment. You were just chuckling.
No, I said knock on wood.
Oh, okay. All right, bold prediction. I wrote this down, but now I feel like coming out of my mouth, it's not going to sound good. Whatever, fuck it. Max Johnson gets a concussion, and then our backup quarterback comes in, and he's just fucking terrible, and that's why we get smoked.
Bro, shut up. Shut up right now. Why would you say that?
What a horrible bold prediction.
What the fuck are you doing?
That's awful, dude.
You son of a bitch, bro. Why are you?
You know what happens if that's true, dude.
I fucking hate you, dude. The whole season is literally on Max Johnson, who got shaken up last game in one play, and my heart sank. Do not say some blasphemous shit like that again.
I thought he broke his wrist in the other game when he fumbled. I was like, oh my God, it's over. But
Look, somebody else talk. Somebody else say this shit. I cannot believe you just said
you
that.
know this is strategic, so let's just move on. Let's just get it out of the way early and swallow it, and let's go.
There's nothing strategic. Oh, all right. Somebody else go, please.
It's Alabama. You got to pull out all the fucking stops to enter to reverse jinx this hoe.
All right, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this rational for us. I think it's gonna be a defensive showdown, and I think we win it 20-13. I really think we shut it down. So scoring prediction 20-13. Bowl prediction is gonna be each team has 5 sacks.
Ooh.
I like it.
We can talk about DJ Durkin. I feel like we have to address it a little bit.
Dude, I don't think we should, dude. It's Bama. We shouldn't say anything.
I want to leave Durkin alone. I'm not saying shit about him. I'm with Ag Tom or Tom Ag on this one.
Yeah,
You're right. Fuck Durkin. Fire his ass. Leave his ass on the tarmac.
Yeah, we fucking hate you, Durkin. Yeah, you're a son of a bitch. You're shitty at defensive play calling and defensive game planning. You are not going to be prepared for Bama whatsoever. You are definitely going to show up in a 3-man front, and you are definitely not going to have a turnover all game. In fact, you're going to lose a turnover battle by -4.
Didn't adjust at all from at the start of SEC play at all. He's fucking smiling, and he's not making these 5 stars look like 5 stars at all. They fucking suck. Go transfer.
Dude, Walter Nolan is leading in sacks, but it's the middle of the season. Everybody needs to relax. We've only played cupcakes. There's no way that he's going to continue on this pace. It's not par for Durkin, and it's not par for A&M. No way we can continue this pace.
Yeah. Mickey Mouse sacks. Go ahead, Cowdog.
Mickey Mouse sacks. Nice.
I also think this will be a close game, and I'll make a homer pick. I think A&M wins 24-21. Bold prediction. I think Milrow turns it over 3 times.
That's not bold enough, bro. That's just fact.
Let's fucking hope so, man.
Yeah, he only had 3 picks for the whole season so far.
We gotta get more bold, man. Like, how are these turnovers happening? And like, how wide is Durkin's?
One of them's a butt fumble. There you go.
All right.
I just want to say my prediction last week was a triple doink, and we ended up doinking. So that I had to bring down the boldness a little bit, man.
The kicker's got to get it together.
I think the kicker's fine. I think we talked about this, but he barely
Everybody chill out, bro. He doesn't miss by that much. He's pretty consistent usually. If he does it again, fucking put for sale signs in his yard, but give him a pass on this one.
Dude, is that everybody? Don't we have Tom Ags?
He says that until he misses one against Bama.
Yeah, you put for sale signs in his yard if he misses one against Bama, but give him a pass for Arkansas.
Yeah, we own Arkansas. We don't need to make field goals against them. They're fucking pathetic. Oh my God.
Fuck Arkansas. But for me,
did that guy ever tase his nutsack after the loss?
Ooh, I didn't pull up on the live stream though. I wish I did. I feel like we would have seen something about it.
yeah, I feel like that would have gone viral. But
I think I saw people complaining. Like they didn't get the video. They were disappointed. They're like, I thought the video was coming, but apparently I can't watch you your balls.
Just 140 characters of nah, bro. You said you were gonna taste your nutsack, dude. You got to do it.
That was insane. All right, go ahead.
All right, scoring prediction for Bama A&M for me. I'm gonna go A&M 26, Bama 13.
Ooh, it's a weird score.
what I'm saying, okay, so here's how it's gonna go. All right. This is just I'll get to the bold prediction in a second. Bama's gonna go up a touchdown on us, all right. So it's not gonna be a big deal. Whatever. If we start with the ball, we're getting 3 points. The one point I want you to remember is we're getting 3 points our first possession. Bama's getting 7. And then we're gonna stop them. It's gonna be defensive ball. Then we're gonna get 3 more points. And then it's gonna be, I don't know, 7-6 at halftime. It might be 13-6 at halftime, Bama winning. But we're going to go in. Petrino's going to make some adjustments on offense, really start feeding the studs more, putting guys like Evan Stewart in positions to make plays. And then we're going to open it up on offense. We're going to score 2 touchdowns on offense and kick 2 more field goals in the second half to win 26-13. Bold prediction being that Evan Stewart goes for 200 yards and 2 TDs.
Wow,
Love that, dude. I love that.
Really trying to make up for the Evan Stewart stuff from the post game. It's okay though. It's okay.
No, I'm just trying to like get back on the train because I like Evan Stewart. I want to talk shit about him, bro. I like
So
him.
good. He's so
Yeah,
good.
exactly. Like I want him to be so good, bro. Like be yourself.
All right, let me say some things about this game I think that are super important. So Parker Fleming on Twitter does like extreme nerd stats, and he came out on Monday with his graph for our game, and he said it was the first time since he started doing this that Alabama was projected to lose outright with offensive, defensive, EPA, every nerd stat you can possibly think of. Like, I don't even know what half the shit stands for, but all of it's in our favor. We are supposed to dominate them up and down the fucking field. We are supposed to crush this team. The betting numbers, like I said earlier, the subset of the trend that I'm already working on. This is a 95% clip of success. A&M fits the criteria. Let's talk about some of the things that are going on this week and kind of the historical significance of this game. Think about this. We could put Alabama down. We could be fully euthanizing Alabama in this game. If we kick their ass, 2 losses, they're out of the SEC West race. This is it for Saban. Shitty quarterback. If we make them look stupid, we could put them down. This could be the end of their dynasty right here in Kyle Field.
We have the chance to kill Saban. Genuinely, he could die.
Be the greatest feeling of all time. And on top of that, not only could we end the Alabama dynasty, but whatever happens with Texas, this is Texas's best win on their schedule. And they barely won. Granted, it was at Alabama. They barely won this game. It's the best win on their schedule. If we go out and crush Alabama's spirit, and then they turn into a 7-win team this year because of something that we domino affected, then Texas's resume becomes worse. And then hopefully Oklahoma knocks them out this week. But there's a 2-pronged situation here where we can take a huge step forward as a program, knock down Alabama before the SEC merges, and also hurt Texas. This is one of the biggest games in Kyle Field history, and it's lining up for us to kick their fucking ass.
Hopefully we don't choke.
I love that. I love that hype speech right there. You really got me buying in, man. I'm very, very fucking ready for Saturday at 2:00.
We're physical, bro. They made changes. We are ready to go. I think we are better than them. My scoring prediction and bold prediction still stand, but we are a better team than them. All the numbers are in our favor, and it's motherfucking time, bro. It is motherfucking time for them to die.
Agreed.
Be tight. That would be tight.
Is anyone going to the game or cooking this week? Nobody?
Either. I'm just gonna watch It's gonna be great.
Having a watch party for this game in Round Rock. If any of the listeners want to hit us up for it, you're more than welcome. Cooking a few things. Last weekend had pulled pork, absolute hit. Had pulled pork nachos with homemade queso as well. I can't get better than that. We're gonna try and top it this weekend. Rolling it back out with the Cajun style shit. Going gumbo again. Might toss in a little weird stuff. Toss my hand a little lemon bar action. Not really a baker. We'll see how that goes. And then it's kind of a potluck feel after that. Whatever comes, comes.
Oh shit, I totally forgot to drop Billy's score. So he's probably already texted us at this point of him listening in London. Billy picked the Aggies to win 27-17, and his bold prediction was one defensive touchdown each, and AgJack loses his virginity during the game. That'd be
That's a
pretty cool.
really bold prediction right there.
Yeah, I'm saying that'd be pretty cool. Thanks, Billy. Okay, cool. Let's get into listener questions and then wrap it up with the Peven. I've got one. Does anyone else have one?
I ain't got any this week. None for me.
Okay, I'll just I've got two here then. We've got Eric from Midtown. Eric asks us, since UT is joining the SEC, would it really be worth it to fire Jimbo regardless of the season results, considering that we may have lost recruits to them right away? I get the Jimbo hype. I get the fire Jimbo hype, especially if we're worse than 8-4 this season, but I'm not sure if it's worth it just because of that.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, and then go back up the Brinks truck and go get Dion. Like you should have done already, but I guess the buyout's a little bit less now, right? I think it's always worth it to get rid of a lame duck coach, especially if you're sitting on absolute gold like Texas A&M is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. I think a lot of the hot seat stuff has settled down. Jimbo's ass has cooled a little bit over the past couple of weeks.
Watch him lose in hilarious fashion to Bama. Watch him lose at all to Bama unless it's in the obvious refs.
It was crazy how the Bama accounts on Twitter were pulling up Jimbo in the press conference talking shit to Saban last year, because that was so obviously in our favor, wasn't it? Weren't we like, fuck yeah, Jimbo, like get his ass?
Yeah, I mean, who cares, bro? Just go out and win the game. I don't care what he talks about anymore. All he says is execute. Just go win the fucking game, please.
Yeah, I feel like we don't hear as much from him anymore. Like it's quieter in that regard. Like last season, we were hearing from Jimbo all the time, and this season we're just not as much. No, just
No,
me.
I agree. I think that's true. I think something changed like significantly.
The algorithm on X, bro.
Maybe
Yeah,
that.
I filter bullshit out of my feed.
like he seems calmed down. Like maybe he got on some meds, you know, something to calm him down a little bit. Few downers.
Probably just not great. Not great. No. Not go after the personal life.
All right, let's go on to our last question here. We've got Christopher Black from Denver goes, Dear Agnox, which football podcaster named Billy has the most cringe takes? Billy Big Shot, Billy Football, or Billy Lucci? Let's all get a vote. Let's all get a vote and let's all explain our vote here.
That is something we're gonna have to put up to the listeners as well.
Put it up. Tag Billy Lucci.
Have a poll and have them actually tagged in it.
If Billy Lucci, that's a funny thing. Like he'd respond. Billy, I don't think the Billy football guy would respond, but that's the Barstool guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, he might. He's kind of like that. Like he would. He's very Susan-esque, very very Billy-esque.
I don't mind getting the main account roasted, bro. Love the impressions.
If you tag Billy Luigi on it, his little goon army and himself will respond. Well, I don't know if he has a goon army, but he'll respond.
His goon army is all of his burners.
Yeah, and he like pays attention to any tweets that mention him. Like you can just like tweet at him in a different like Twitter thing, and he'll find it. Very insecure behavior.
Speaking of insecure behavior, what's peeving you this week, Cowdog?
I don't know if there's anything, nothing I'm really that pissed off about, but something I noticed that is weird lately. Have y'all seen like the AI like weird art that people just like generate now because all that's like good?
Yeah.
What made me think of this is the other day I saw on Twitter, it was somebody like animated or did like AI generated pictures of like Pixar for the dictators. It was like Pixar presents like Hitler, Pixar presents like Mussolini and like fascism, and it was all animated like a Pixar movie. It looked real, it looks real.
There's
I just-
one that came out today where it was like Kyle Field as Hogwarts or something. And it was just like, man, we just got to get to Bama.
Which house are you, man?
I was Hufflepuff, and then I lost my save game. It got corrupted, so I had to switch to a Slytherin. It's more fun being a Slytherin, bro.
Thank you.
I'm gonna plug stuff before you say thank you, guys. All right, you can follow us on Twitter at AgNox and also on TikTok and Instagram at AgNox. And yeah, please rate us 5 stars on Spotify. Follow us. Enjoy our content. We post funny stuff on Twitter all the time.
Come back next week to see if AgJack loses his virginity. Thank you, guys.
Spoiler, I do not.